Oh, Amsterdam. You've got to love this city where nearly everybody rides a bicycle. And the bicycles, scooters, and people get a free boat ride across the river into downtown. It can be a scenic round trip for the visitor, too, arriving at the Central train station. We'll be showing you all that and more, including a trip out to the airport with some suggestions on how to get around. If you're traveling throughout the Netherlands, the train is an excellent way to see this beautiful country. Many visitors arrive at Schiphol Airport just outside of Amsterdam, and there is a very easy rail connection that brings you right into the heart of town. In this program, we're going to focus on that section of Amsterdam near the train station, perhaps the first part of the city that you'll see when you arrive. We'll show you that free ferry ride and the great shopping street of Haarlemerstraat. As you exit the train station, this street is immediately to your right. Just a few minutes walk to get over here, and you will find some of the best shopping and eating in the entire city. Although it's a place that's often overlooked by the visitor eager to get into the central part of Amsterdam at the Dam Square. So Haarlemmerstraat is more of a local street where you can kick back and mingle with the residents of Amsterdam. It's mostly a street for pedestrians and bicycles, although cars are allowed to drive here. But most Dutch don't want to drive a car. It's too difficult to drive in these narrow streets with bicycles all over the place. You're going to find that Dutch people are generally friendly and speak English. So if you make a small effort to reach out to them and break the ice, you'll have some interesting conversations.
It's nice to know this is one of the most surprising streets in Amsterdam due to the variety. You can also find a lot of locals here. That has to do with the food. So the quality of food is quite good here compared to like the really center where it's all cheap. So I'm looking forward to enjoy this meal. One more fact about the street. It's called the Haarlemerstraat. Haarlem is actually, and this place is Haarlem. Haarlem is actually a place.
I'm going here right
where
now.
You're going, so.
I did go to Haarlem, as you can see in one of my many other movies about the Netherlands. It's a beautiful city, just 18 kilometers away. Back in Amsterdam on Haarlemerstraat, I'd like to show you an interesting historic landmark. The origin of New York City was created inside this building. It's the West India House, former headquarters of the West India Company, who ordered the construction of a fort on Manhattan Island in 1625. The same building at night, and now it's a restaurant, the Café New Amsterdam, with its street side and courtyard terrace tables. Haarlemmerstraat in the evening is just as busy as during the daytime. This is Amsterdam's hip alternative district, offering boutiques, specialty shops, there's delis, the perfect neighborhood for dining and bar hopping. Another popular restaurant here is Café Haarlem, famous for their nachos, their Caribbean soul food with Jamaican chicken. They've got sandwiches and huge ribs, along with famously friendly service. Nice that you can sit indoors or outside in their courtyard on the street. At the corner with Haarlemmerstraat, this road continues for a kilometer with more shops along the way through a neighborhood called Haarlemmerstraat with the Brouwergracht Canal on the side. I spent the night in the Bank Hotel located on this street, so in the morning it was fun to get up early and go down by the train station to see the city come to life. There's a canal and a busy collection of tram lines right in front of the train station, and they get real busy in the morning cleaning things up. There are 14 different tram lines in Amsterdam, and 11 of them stop here in front of the central station. It's a busy plaza out front with a wide street for cars and buses, lots of bicycles, and pedestrians. It's an easy walk into downtown from here. Or if you are departing, you'll probably be coming to the train station to carry on with your journey. Maybe just take the train out to the airport, as we'll show you a little bit later. There are 3 tunnels for bicycles and pedestrians that go underneath the station, leading to the other side where you can catch the ferry. We're going to take you on a free boat ride. These ferries provide an essential service for pedestrians, cyclists, and mopeds, bringing them from Amsterdam to North Amsterdam, just a few minutes away. And the boats arrive so frequently there's hardly any waiting time at all before boarding. You'll enjoy some nice harbor views, including the Film Museum, where they put on film festivals, with the Amsterdam Lookout Tower next to it with observation decks, a hotel, restaurants, and nightclubs. The ferry arrives in Amsterdam North and the passengers very patiently get off the boat, walking, pushing their bicycles and mopeds. It's a very polite crowd of people navigating together. As soon as the ferry empties, the next crowd of people starts boarding. It's a very efficient system. The turnaround only takes a few minutes. The boarding process works so well because people do it every day. They're used to it. It's an automatic reaction of making room for your neighbor and letting people go in front or behind. It's another aspect of the Dutch social system of cooperation. People get along with each other and are always very polite. Even though this is a crowded country with one of the highest population densities anywhere. Digital countdown also assures people there's time to get on board, and if you miss this ferry, no problem, another ferry is coming along in a few minutes. It's a free ride for the passengers, but of course somebody's paying for it. This is a lot of infrastructure going back and forth all day long. It's a wise use of government money that they raise by taxing the population and then returning it to the people by operating this excellent transportation service, ultimately providing a great benefit to the society because it helps people get around without polluting, without causing any traffic congestion, supporting the Dutch culture of riding bicycles and mopeds. Tourists are also welcome. No ticket or reservation required. Let's take a moment to admire this efficient harmony of how people are casually walking off the ferry while others are patiently waiting to board. There's a subtle rhythm here, almost like a choreography of a dance performance at a Broadway show. Considering it's morning rush hour, people seem quite relaxed, enhanced by that boat ride and fresh air. These people look quite healthy. Nobody seems to be overweight. It's something to do with all the exercise they get by riding their bicycles and then walking. The urban environment of Amsterdam encourages this kind of outcome with its many bicycle lanes and pedestrian streets and compact urban development where it's easy to get around by walking or hopping on a tram or riding your bike. They've got an efficient double-decker bike rack garage here that holds thousands of bicycles, but this is nothing. They're planning on adding another 9,000 spaces underwater right beneath where we're standing, and that'll bring the total number of bike spaces here at Central Station up to 22,000. Making it twice as big as the current largest bike garage, which is in the city of Utrecht. They are expanding these garages throughout the country, adding 100,000 new spaces for bikes before the year 2025. The train station has a very modern appearance with this sleek curved roof outside, with a nice wide road for bicycles in the middle and an elevated sidewalk on the edges. Upstairs there's a road for buses. And inside, it's like a shopping mall. It's open from early morning till late in the evening. You can purchase the OV-chipkaart used for public transit throughout the country right here at this lovely shop with very helpful clerks. The OV is like a debit card that's very helpful for traveling in the Netherlands. They've also got a doctor and pharmacy here to take care of any medical needs you might have. Central Station is used by about 200,000 passengers daily, with domestic and international travel. Even though it gets quite busy, there's plenty of space here that can easily handle a crowd. And there are escalators that will take you up to the platforms where they have 15 train tracks. Most of the trains are double-decker and quite long with huge capacity. Prior to boarding, you tap your OV card on that machine to validate your ticket for the journey. We're heading out to Schiphol Airport, and you don't have to worry about a schedule because trains leave this station every 10 minutes for the airport. There's no seat reservations in second class. It's quite comfortable, and this trip only takes 13 minutes to get out to Schiphol. I've had the pleasure of riding these comfortable trains all over the country, visiting a dozen cities and making lots of movies that you can find in my collection. From the tracks, you go directly up into the terminal on this moving walkway. It brings you right up into the middle of the terminal check-in area, with nice clear signs to let you know which way to go, where's the gates, where's the ticket counters. When you get off the train and arrive at your destination, you've got to tap your OV card again to let the system know that you've ended your ride, so you get charged the proper amount for distance traveled. You can recharge the OV card by adding more money to it at one of these self-service kiosks. The OV cards can also be topped up at many supermarkets and other stores throughout town. If you have just landed at the airport beginning your journey in the Netherlands, you want to be sure to go to this ticket counter and get in the short queue and purchase the OV card from the ticket agent here. Then you can use it right away for that short train ride into the city. On the other hand, if you're leaving the country now and are finished with the OV card and still have a balance in it, you go to the ticket counter and they will give you a full refund of any balance that you've got. Of course, they have many shops, including a supermarket, and more in the duty-free area. Schiphol is the world's second busiest airport for international travel and often wins awards as Europe's best airport. They don't mind if you take pictures here, so these young students were getting in some cinematography lessons. All that's left to do now is check your bearings, have a look at the signs, figure out which way to go to find your gate, and depart. I spent 3 weeks traveling through this wonderful country, shooting lots of video, and created a couple dozen travel movies that you can find in my collection. We frequently upload new movies, so please subscribe to our channel and click that little alarm bell so you'll be notified. And if you enjoyed the movie, how about a thumbs up? And we always welcome comments down below. Or if you have questions about the destination, make note and we'll answer them. Thanks for watching.